The ocean begins not at the shore, but in the mind. It is a world of immense, crushing pressure and eternal twilight. Here in the deep blue, a drama older than the mountains unfolds daily. Imagine a vast, empty stage, stretching for thousands of kilometers in every direction. The only light is a faint, shimmering blue that filters down from a world far, far above. This is the pelagic zone, the open ocean. It is a desert of water, seemingly barren, yet it is home to some of the most formidable hunters on our planet. They move through this endless expanse, driven by a single primal instinct: survival. The water itself is a character in this play, its currents like unseen hands guiding the actors. The silence here is profound, a heavy blanket of quiet that is almost absolute. But it is not truly empty. It is filled with the low-frequency hum of the earth itself, the distant calls of whales that travel for hundreds of miles, and the almost imperceptible swish of a fin slicing through the water. The pressure is immense, a constant, unyielding force that would crush a human instantly. Yet, life has adapted in the most extraordinary ways. Creatures here are built for this world, their bodies streamlined and powerful, their senses honed to detect the slightest vibration, the faintest flicker of movement in the perpetual gloom. They are the masters of this three-dimensional world where there is no ground to stand on, no tree to hide behind. Out in this great, liquid wilderness, every encounter is a matter of life and death. The hunters and the hunted are locked in an eternal dance. A flash of silver in the distance could be a school of fish, a fleeting promise of a meal. But it could also be the glint of sunlight off the flank of a much larger predator, a warning of imminent danger. The rules here are simple and brutal. To live, one must eat. And to avoid being eaten, one must be ever vigilant. The smallest mistake, a moment of inattention, can be the last. It is a world of stark contrasts, of profound beauty and chilling lethality. This is a realm where the scale of everything is difficult to comprehend. The sheer volume of water is staggering, a world within our world. Here, creatures of immense size roam, dwarfing anything on land. They are the living embodiment of the ocean's power and mystery. We are only just beginning to understand their lives, their journeys, and the intricate web of relationships that connects them all. To peer into this world is to look back in time, to witness the raw, untamed forces of nature that have shaped life on Earth for millions of years. It is a place of wonder, of terror, and of breathtaking grandeur. Far from the sunlit surface, in the cooler, darker waters, a master of ambush waits. It is the orca, the killer whale. But this name given by ancient sailors is perhaps a misnomer. They are not whales, but the largest species of dolphin. And while they are undeniably efficient predators, their lives are built around something far more complex: family. They live in tight-knit pods, matriarchal societies where knowledge is passed down through generations. Each pod has its own unique culture, its own dialect of clicks and whistles, and its own specialized hunting techniques refined over centuries of practice. These are not mindless killers, they are intelligent, strategic, and deeply social animals. The pod moves as one, a cohesive unit of black and white shapes gliding effortlessly through the blue. The matriarch, the oldest and most experienced female, leads the way. Her mind is a library of the ocean's secrets, the migratory routes of seals, the location of the richest salmon runs, the safest channels to navigate. Her decisions guide the family, ensuring their collective survival. The younger members watch and learn, absorbing the lessons that will one day allow them to lead. Their bond is palpable, a silent communication that flows between them as they travel, their bodies almost touching through the vast open water. It is a remarkable display of cooperation in a world so often defined by competition. Now they are on the hunt. Their target is a young sea lion, isolated from its colony on a small, rocky outcrop. The attack is not a chaotic frenzy, but a carefully orchestrated maneuver. The orcas communicate with subtle clicks coordinating their positions. One group creates a wave, a powerful surge of water designed to wash the unsuspecting sea lion off its perch. It is a technique that requires immense power, precise timing, and perfect teamwork. The young sea lion scrambles for purchase, its eyes wide with panic, but the wave is too strong. It is swept into the water, into the waiting jaws of the pod. The hunt is over in moments. For the orcas, this is not an act of cruelty, it is a necessity. A single sea lion will provide a vital meal for the entire family, sustaining them for their long journey ahead. The kill is swift, and the sharing of the food reinforces the social bonds that are so crucial to their existence. They have demonstrated their mastery of this environment, their intelligence and their power. As they move on, leaving behind only ripples in the water, they are a testament to the sophisticated strategies that have allowed them to thrive as the apex predators of every ocean on Earth, from the icy poles to the warm equator. In the perpetual midnight of the abyss, thousands of meters below the surface, vision is almost useless. Here, sound is everything, and there is one creature that has mastered this acoustic world like no other, the sperm whale. It is the largest toothed predator on the planet, a true giant of the deep. An adult male can reach up to 20 meters in length and weigh over 50 tons. Its head, enormous and square, makes up almost a third of its entire body. It is a bizarre and wonderful shape, a product of millions of years of evolution, designed for a life spent in the crushing pressures of the deep ocean. The sperm whale's world is a soundscape of its own making. It navigates and hunts using echolocation, producing a series of powerful clicks that are the loudest sounds made by any animal. These clicks focus through the vast spermaceti organ in its head, travel through the water, bounce off objects, and return as echoes. From these echoes, the whale builds a detailed, three-dimensional map of its surroundings. It can see with sound, discerning the size, shape, and texture of a creature hundreds of meters away in total darkness. It is a sensory ability that is almost beyond our human comprehension, a biological sonar of incredible sophistication and power. A deep dive begins. The whale takes a final breath at the surface, its blowhole erupting in a misty plume. Then it arches its massive body and points its head downwards. Its enormous tail flukes, lifting high into the air before disappearing beneath the waves. It can hold its breath for over 90 minutes, a feat that allows it to descend to depths of over 2,000 meters. As it plummets into the abyss, the pressure builds, squeezing its body with unimaginable force. Its ribcage is flexible, designed to collapse under the pressure, and its blood is rich in oxygen-carrying cells, allowing it to survive in this extreme alien environment for extended periods. Down in the crushing dark, the clicks intensify. The whale is hunting. Its primary prey is the giant squid, a formidable opponent in its own right. The clicks become rapid, a staccato burst known as a creak, as the whale closes in on its target. We cannot see the ensuing battle, fought in a realm devoid of light. We can only imagine the struggle, a twisting mass of tentacles and a colossal jaw, a silent, titanic conflict in the abyssal gloom. Often the whale returns to the surface, bearing the scars of these encounters. circular marks left by the squid's powerful suckers, a testament to the life and death struggles that take place in the deepest, most inaccessible parts of our planet. There is a place where the ocean turns cold and grey, where the wind whips the surface into a churning frenzy. This is the realm of the great white shark. It is a creature that inspires a primal fear, an icon of predatory perfection that has haunted the human imagination for centuries. But the reality of this animal is far more complex than the myth. It is not a mindless killing machine, but a cautious and curious hunter, a master of its domain. Its design has been honed by over 400 million years of evolution, a lineage far older than the dinosaurs. It is, in every sense, a living fossil. The great white is a creature of immense power. Its torpedo-shaped body is built for speed, capable of explosive bursts that allow it to ambush its prey from below. Its skin is covered in tiny tooth-like scales called dermal denticles, which reduce drag and allow it to slice through the water with remarkable efficiency. But its true genius lies in its senses. It can detect a single drop of blood in 100 liters of water. It can sense the faint electrical fields generated by the muscle contractions of living animals. It is these extraordinary abilities, not just its legendary jaws, that make it such a successful predator. Off the coast of South Africa, near an island teeming with Cape Fur seals, the great white employs a spectacular hunting strategy. It patrols the deep water channels, its dark grey back providing perfect camouflage against the rocky seabed below. It waits, patient and unseen, for a seal to venture out into the open water. The seals know the danger. They travel in groups, staying close to the surface, their eyes constantly scanning the depths. But the shark has the advantage of surprise. It watches from the gloom, selecting its target, a young or inexperienced seal that has strayed from the safety of the group. The attack is a masterpiece of power and precision. The shark accelerates from the depths, a grey missile rocketing towards the surface. It strikes its prey with such force that its own momentum carries it completely out of the water, a behavior known as breaching. For a fleeting moment, this magnificent predator hangs in the air, a stunning spectacle of raw, untamed nature. The impact is usually fatal. It is a brutal yet essential part of the natural cycle in this wild corner of the ocean. It is the ultimate expression of the great white's role as the apex predator of these coastal waters. In the warm, sunlit waters of the tropics, a different kind of kingdom thrives. It is the coral reef, a bustling, vibrant metropolis of life. Built by millions of tiny animals over thousands of years, it is one of the most diverse ecosystems on Earth. Its intricate structures of limestone provide a fortress, a complex labyrinth of caves, crevices, and canyons that offers shelter to countless creatures. The reef is a kaleidoscope of color and movement, a dazzling display of life's incredible creativity. But this beauty masks a constant underlying tension. For every creature seeking refuge, there is another that has evolved to hunt within these complex walls. Among the reef's most patient predators is the moray eel. It is a creature perfectly adapted to this labyrinthine world. Lacking pectoral fins, its long, muscular body can snake through the narrowest of gaps in the coral. It spends its days lurking in a chosen lair, its head just visible, its mouth rhythmically opening and closing as it pumps water over its gills. This isn't a sign of aggression, but simply of breathing. Its eyesight is poor, but it has a phenomenal sense of smell. It can detect the scent of a wounded fish from a great distance, its nostrils flaring as it tastes the water for clues. As dusk falls over the reef, the daytime residents seek shelter, and a new cast of characters emerges. This is the moray's time to hunt. It leaves the safety of its den and begins to prowl the reef's corridors. It moves with a slow, sinuous grace, its body flowing over the coral like a thick ribbon. The eel investigates every hole and crevice, its sensitive nose leading the way. Its primary prey are the sleeping fish, crabs,